If I stay here for some more time, you people may bury Baba Ambedkar. So I will not remain here. I'll take Ambedkarism. Out of change is the product of need, desire and strength. You have knowledge, you may have talent, you may have all the information that's required. But if you do not have time to share these things and train the people, then all these things will go waste. If the brain is dead, the body is dead. The whole body is fine, everything is fine, but brain is dead. What is the use? It's gone. You should not be controlled by the emotions. You should control the emotions and use them. They are having that inferiority. They do not like to identify themselves with their communities. The more they get educated, the more they get good power, great powers, they have the chance to move away from their community. Avoiding identity means avoiding your own people. These miseducated, educated employees must be educated. After getting their education, employment, they have become number one selfish people. If these selfish people can become unselfish, they can do wonders. They have betrayed me. They backstabbed me. See, they are not only betrayed the community, they have betrayed themselves. They are going to lose whatever that they have gained. They are treading the path of ruination. My dear brothers and sisters, Jai Bhim to you all. I once again welcome you to the series, The Messages of Political Buddha, Manyawar Kanshiram. Friends, our series has become very popular and it has been widely discussed all over the country. I request you to subscribe these videos and also become the members of this this channel. Thank you. Friends, in the last episode I told you what made Baba Manyawar Kanshiram Sahib to leave Maharashtra. After the alliance of Congress and RPI, he left Maharashtra. Seeing the disaster that has happened in Maharashtra, RPI got just one seat and Congress has taken 520 seats in an alliance discussion. He thought that it's a great humiliation to Baba Sahib Ambedkar. So, looking at the other people, he said, if I stay here for some more time, you people may bury Baba Ambedkar. So I will not remain here. I'll take Ambedkarism out of Maharashtra. And I will not come back unless you call me back. He left Maharashtra and he went over to Uttar Pradesh. After going to Uttar Pradesh, he started thinking, what went wrong? He did not think about who committed any mistake, who committed wrong. He never tried to find a person to be blamed. He thought of understanding the whole situation because the individuals are just victims of the situations. Very few people will come over the situation. See, we are all products of the history. The history will shape us, but few people will change the course of history. So Saab thought about this situation to change the history. He was a great game changer. So he thought in that way. See, being a scientist, his thinking itself was very different. He started thinking and analyzing what went wrong with the scheduled castes of Maharashtra. Why they failed to take Baba Sahib Ambedkar to its logical end. Why they failed to take the caravan of Baba Sahib Ambedkar to its logical end. At that time, he analyzed the whole the society. What makes anything to change, or how a society will achieve the change? How change can take place? While analyzing this, he understood that change is the product of need, desire and strength. A society may have a great, it may be having a need for a change. If there is a need for the society, that itself is not enough. Of course, scheduled caste need 100% change, but that's not enough. Along with that, how many of them are desiring to have this change? What is the amount of desire they have for a change? Second thing. And third thing, to bring the change into action, you must also need the strength. So that need may be 100%. Yes, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes need change to a great extent, almost to 100%. Everyone agrees it. Even we also agree, others also will agree. Number one. Number two, is there any desire among the scheduled caste, among the scheduled tribes to change? The desire may be, the rate of desire may be very less. It may be hardly 15 to 20%. Okay. And the third thing is, do they have the strength to bring that change? So the strength may be 2 to 3% or maximum 5%. If the strength is less, naturally the change will also be very less. It will not be very maximum, it will be very minimum. Need is 100%, desire is 15%, and strength is 5%. The ultimate result is it will be hardly 8 to 10%. The amount of light we expect, that may not be produced. Why? Because the strength is very, very less. And similarly, desire is also little more, but need is 100%. When the need is so much and the desire is little and the strength is very little, naturally the change will also be very little. So the Saab thought, what is the change we have? What is the strength we have to bring the change? What is our strength? The strength means need not be a big power, need not be a very big position. Very important thing is the strength constitutes, number one, the talent. See, the ability to think, the ability to acquire knowledge, the ability to get the information, the ability to guide the masses. This is the talent. And second thing is, you may have knowledge, you may have talent, you may have all the information that's required. But if you do not have time to share these things and train the people, then all these things will go waste. And the third thing is, you must also need to have treasure. You may have two things, talent and time. But if you are not ready to spare extra money, if you are not ready to spend your money, if you don't have resources, then the entire thing will go waste. Then you looking at these requirements. Then he started finding out where I can find is the strength, among whom I can find the strength. For that, he has analyzed the whole society. In the society, 80% masses do not have any of these three qualities. About 15 to 20% may have, either time or talent, like the unemployed youths or the students. But very important thing is, you must also have treasure. Who can have this treasure along with the time and the talent? It is only the employees. And their number may be maximum 5%. That's all. But that itself is enough. Because in any society, this group of intellectuals, this group of talent people may not be over 5%. It will not be anything more than 5%. But that is enough. This 5% constitutes just brain of a person. And the 15% youth and the students, they constitute the nerve system. But 80% constitutes the mass. The mass symbolizes like bones, flesh, blood, so many things. See, mere blood, mere bones and flesh cannot do anything unless it is directed by the brain and instructed or carried out by the nerves. The body will not move. The body may be damaged. They may be damaged. They may lose hand. They may lose legs. Still, the person can be effective. Similarly, there may be a nervous breakdown. Even then, the person can achieve something. But if the brain is gone, it is gone forever. If the brain is dead, the body is dead. The whole body is fine, everything is fine, but brain is dead. What is the use? It's gone. So where I must start? I must start with the brain only. That is the educated employees. So he started working with the educated employees. At that time, he made another analysis that is called a SWOT analysis. Strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. And now it has been changed as SWOC. SWOC. Strength, weakness, opportunity and challenges. So this is a very new concept for our movement. He was a scientist and he was thinking very scientifically. He was not very much carried on by the emotions. He was always saying, you should not be controlled by the emotions. You should control the emotions and use them. Don't be used by the emotions. But this community is more of an emotional community. The educated employees should understand this. Very important. They should not be controlled by the emotions. They should use the emotions. So Saab gave an example of himself and he started thinking over this. What is our strength? Our strength itself is the very mass, the number itself is our biggest strength. We have the highest number of population. They may be uneducated, they may not be talented, but still in democracy, this number counts very much. If this number becomes a powerful, very educated or awakened, then this strength can change the whole India. So this is the number one strength. Secondly, we have the biggest number of employees, educated employees next to the Brahmins. In the social system, the Varna system, we may be at the end, we may be at the bottommost, but in the employment and education, we are next to Brahmins. We are a big challenge to them. So that is our strength. So these two strengths are very important things. But the thing is, we also have weakness among them. The weakness is they are having that inferiority. They do not like to identify themselves with their communities. The communities in which they are born, they do not want to identify themselves. They are scheduled caste, everyone knows it. They also know it, but they try to hide their identity. The more they get educated, the more they get good power, great powers, they have the chance to move away from their community and leaving their community away. That alienation will be more. If he is a small employee like a clerk, he may use the identity of some Shudra, maybe a Gauda, maybe Lingayat, a Patel, or some Yadava, some other name, some Shudra community only. But as he goes up in the ladder of his career, his identity will also keep on increasing. If he becomes an IAS officer, a class 1 officer, or principal secretary, or DGP, IGP, he will try to pose himself as a Brahmin or Kshatriya or some other bigger community. And he also starts wearing all their symbols like a sacred thread or big namam, big patte, all these things, because he wants to pose himself as the higher caste. And he naturally will also go after the upper caste girls. Particularly, he have a great weakness for the white skin. So he goes after the white skin. And he feels very much inferior about his own color, his own caste, his own people, his own parents. He will change his parents, he will change his relatives, he will change his name, he will change his caste, he will change everything. Finally, he will change his wife also. That is how he hides his identity. He avoids his identity. Avoiding identity means avoiding your own people. Just alienating yourself from the community. You will never go to his family, you will never go to his village, you will never goes to see his parents in difficulties. He never even allows to meet any of his relatives. So this is a weakness. And because of this weakness, this selfishness, he will also become a very, very opportunist. Wherever that is needed, he will use his caste name if it is beneficial. But the moment he gets his benefit, again he will avoid his identity. Only when there is a promotion, when some incentive, then he will become scheduled caste. Or when he is suspended, he becomes scheduled caste to get the justice. Soon after that insult or that suffering is over, again he will try to become an upper caste. See, this is his weakness. This weakness has come because of his inferiority. His own inferiority. He is suffering as a scheduled caste. And the opportunity is that you have a great opportunity before you. If this educated lot, if they become aware of their history, if they become aware of their identity, if they become aware of their roots and establishes their contact with the community in which they are born, then they can create wonders. And in fact, the minority, like the Brahminical communities, they are hardly 3 to 10%. They will be simply removed. Then you can easily occupy that place. So in democracy, they can play a biggest role, very big role. Not only in the bureaucracy, even in politics also they can become number one people. But they are unable to see that opportunity because they have great challenges before them. What is the challenge? The challenge is they should understand. They should understand that they must. It is necessary for them to take risk, but they are not ready to take the risk. If they take risk, definitely they will achieve wonderful things. They can achieve great success not only in their personal life but also in the social life. But they must understand this. The best thing is for them is to get educated about Baba Sahib Ambedkar's philosophy. They must know what exactly Baba Sahib Ambedkar meant. What is his guidelines? They must understand this. So thinking that Baba Sahib Ambedkar's ideology, Manyawar Kanshiram Sahib understood, we must start with the 3 commandments: educate, agitate, organize. The first thing is educate. Whom should be educated? These miseducated, educated employees must be educated. Then we can go for education by preparing the youths. And finally we can go to the masses to organize. This is the process. So he decided to educate the educated employees. They are not educated, they are miseducated, selfish people. If these selfish people can become unselfish, they can do wonders. So he remembered the speech made by Baba Sahib Ambedkar on March 18th in 1956 in Agra. In that meeting, Baba Sahib Ambedkar said, by reservation, I wanted to create more and more people just like me who can work for their community, for their liberation. But after getting their education, employment, they have become number one selfish people. Thereby, they have betrayed me. They backstabbed me. And because of this, they are not only betrayed the community, they have betrayed themselves. They are going to lose whatever they have gained. They are treading the path of ruination. This is the warning given by Baba Sahib Ambedkar. See, taking this speech, Baba Kanshiram Sahib thought, if they are able to betray Baba Sahib Ambedkar, if they are able to backstab Baba Sahib Ambedkar, then they can also have the capacity to build the community and work as a great liberating force. So I must work on these lines. He decided and he started moving towards that end. So how he created the next situation, how he devoted himself and how he created the big strength, we can see in the next episode. Thank you. Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat, Jai Kanshiram.